Okay, so now we need to bash all the pegs in, and they all need to be 1 metre away from the edge of the canopy. And the way that you measure this is all these cam buckles here are 1 metre away from their hook. So at this point where the cam buckle is 1 metre away from the canopy. And you want to be sort of carrying on, flattening out your canopy, pulling, making sure it's all nice and flat and wrinkle free, placing your peg at 1 metre. And looking at the angle of your strap, and it always wants to be nice and straight coming away from the canopy, nice straight line. And I'll show you in the corners in a minute. I'll show you how to do corners, and we're just bashing them so that they're just sitting above the ground, and then we're feeding our loop, the cam buckle loop, into the shepherd's crook. So you've got your loop there, and we're opening these out as we go so that we've got nice long straps, plenty of slack, so that when we're putting the tent up, we've got plenty of room to stand it up, and all the guy ropes are going to be nice and loose to let us do that. And then we're just pegging it, we're hammering in the pegs just about to there to start with, just in case we need to adjust any. There's no point hammering them all in until we're happy that they're in the right place. So on these corners, they're going to be pulling the canopy and tensioning it, and you want it to be as even as possible. So the angle for these guy ropes on the corners is quite important. If you place them and imagine that they're 45 degrees, and then bring them just slightly in from 45 degrees, and that way you're pulling across the canopy, you're pulling down, and you're pulling across from the edge as well. So you're making sure that you're pulling tension across the canopy evenly. So about just under 45 degrees, and then pinch it in slightly, and then place these at 1 metre again. Okay, and the finials, again, are slightly different. They're just under 45 degrees as well, only they're not 1 metre away from the edge. They're more like 1.5 meters. So lay your ratchet straps out, pull them so they've got a tail, and they're actually more like 45 degrees actually, and about 1.5 meters out. And I use one of my paces, which I know is about 1 metre, and then about half again. And that's the way that I do it. You could do this with a stick or a piece of knotted string if you wanted to. You could measure out 1.5 meters, put knots on a piece of coloured string, or even put tape around a bamboo cane and use that as your marker. I'm quite happy with doing my paces because I sort of know them now. Oh, hit a stone. If you hit stones, it's generally worth moving the pegs. Just a fraction is usually enough, just to avoid having a fight with a stone.